Hi guys, I was looking for some demos on the new BuilderAll WhatsApp launch manager and I couldn't find any. So I thought let me experiment with that myself and see if I can figure this out. And I did, and I was amazed. So I thought let me share this with everybody. So here goes. So the first thing you do is you go to basically BuilderAll and you will see under apps the BuilderAll WhatsApp automation tool, right? That's the old one. Don't use that. Use this one, WhatsApp Launch Manager New. Once you click on it, you'll come to a screen something like this, right? Or you might see the dashboard or whatever. And then you see My Numbers on the top right. Click on that. Click New Number. And as soon as you click New Number, you're going to see directions on how to access WhatsApp Launch Manager on your computer. So what you basically do is open WhatsApp on your phone, tap Menu Settings, select Link Devices. Okay, point your phone to the screen and capture the code, right, with your phone. Now, once you've done that, it basically connects and, so this is my number and it brings it out here. So you see the details. It'll show you that, hey, this user is connected. This is the device being used. This is the number. This is the name, so on and so forth, right? I'm just going to close this. Now, for whatever reason, once I close it, it opens again and it does it twice. Once you've done that, go to the dashboard, right? And as you notice here, I've done 2 tests already. So the first thing you do is create a campaign. Okay. Now this tool is basically a tool which you use when you're launching a new product. BuilderAll, the team themselves, use this WhatsApp tool to launch BuilderAll 5.0. So what they essentially did is that, you know this strange limit in WhatsApp, right? That more than 250 members and then you need to create a new group. Now just imagine with a launch like BuilderAll where you've got thousands and thousands of users, or even if you're doing a training program and you've got, let's say, 500 users who are part of the training program, how are you going to fit them? You have to manually create new groups and so on and so forth. This tool manages the whole thing for you. So here's how you do it. You'd say click create campaign, right? You'll give it a name. So let's say I call it WhatsApp Launch Manager. And since this is my third test, I'm going to call it that, right? And I'm going to call the group name also the same. Okay. Number for the campaign. So I select my default number. I can add additional administrators. So for example, I could add my wife's number here. I'm just adding it. I know she's not going to be happy with it, but let me just do it any which ways. Now, here's the important part. It says how many groups do you want to create, right? So I can say, hey, I want 100 groups to be created, whatever, so on and so forth. And what's the initial number of groups? So here I've said initial number of groups is 1. The number limitation here means how many members in a single group. Now I have chosen to keep 199 members in one group. Okay, that's just my choice. So basically what happens is people click on a link, join your WhatsApp group. Now that link is going to assign them to different WhatsApp groups once this limit has reached. So let's say you've got group 1. Once 199 people are reached, the link changes so that the 200th person joins the new WhatsApp group, which it creates automatically. Okay, so let me hit click save. There's one option here, allow customers to join more than one group. Now I really couldn't figure out why you would want to do that, so I've left it as no. And here anyway, when you click the question mark, it tells you the options: number of groups per campaign, number limitation, number of people allowed per group, number referring to the group identifier. Okay, that's what it says, but actually it means the number of groups which you start off first. So initial number is 1. So let me click on save. Now, some fields are empty. What field did I forget? Yeah. So for example, the group requires a logo. Now here's the funny thing. When you open this, right, it doesn't show you all files. So you need to select all files. And then here I've got a logo, which is I think this is a PNG file. And I'm going to select that. Okay. So this is the group logo. I know it looks a little funny here, but don't worry. In the actual WhatsApp group on the phone, it looks all right. Okay. So I'll show you that. In fact, I'll show you that later on my phone in this small window out here. But let's get to that part later. Okay. So now let me go ahead and save, and I think I've got everything. So it says creating, right? So it's created this campaign. Towards the end of this video, I'll share my phone screen also. Okay. So right now, it has not created any group, but it said that, hey, there's one member who's there in this group. Now it says create a new message. Now here's where the magic happens. When I say create a new message, it allows me to firstly, obviously, name the message. So let me say message 1. I know, very innovative, but message 1 for this campaign. And it says, when do you want to send this message? I'm going to say today's the 4th when I'm doing this recording. Then I'm going to select the time. So right now it's it's 4:53. I'm going to say at 5 o'clock, right? I want this message to go to these group members, right? So I'm going to select that. Now, once you've done that, then you type the message. So this could be a welcome message. Welcome to the launch of the WLM Test 3 group, right? I'm just going to say that. Now, I can put emojis as well. And here it lets me select the emojis. Let me select this particular emoji. And that's it, right? I could put these also, whatever. You could put multiple emojis here. Now, next thing which I do is at the bottom of the screen, you see the save button. I'm going to click that. So I click save. So it says creating the message created successfully. So that's the first message it has created, right? So it says WALM test 3 is the group name, message 1, welcome to the launch. Now I could say create a new message. And this time I could say message 2, and let's say this is an audio message. Yep, you got that right. I can say, let's say at 5:01, I want an audio message to go. And here you see this audio button. I could click that. I could even say, hey, send them an image. Select or drop your image here. And let's say I send this image of mine. Looking cool, I think, guys. So I think I'll send them this image, right? This image of mine. Casual photo. And I'll say, all right, select or drop your image. And let me just say save here. Okay. Now, unfortunately, with the image, I can't put a message. So I'll obviously need to say a new message, right? So I'm just going to say, sorry, that one should have been called something else. Audio 1 is the next message, which is message 3. And here I can actually put an audio file. So I'm just going to put an audio file and I'm going to record it. It allows you to record an audio message right here. So I'm just going to record this and say that it's awesome to see the WhatsApp Launch Manager tool. And I think it's just brilliant. It helps so many coaches and people who've got trainings, which they do on a regular basis. And they've got, hundreds of people attending those trainings. This is just outstanding. Or if you've got a product launch, this is just a brilliant tool. So I'm going to show more about this and let me stop the recording. Okay, so the recording is stopped. Now here I will say this message goes on the same date, or I could put a different date, right? And I'll say this message goes at 5:03. Okay, and I could set it, whatever time I want. And let me say save here. So it says creating the message and message created successfully. And here you go. So you got 3 messages in this. Message 1, welcome to the launch. Message 2 is an audio message. Message 3 is a video message. Now, understand, it's not created the WhatsApp group yet. Okay, I'll explain to you why it's not created. So you've got it. In this group right now, there are 0 leads. Groups also, it says 0, right? It's not created a group. And it says there are 3 messages which are going to be sent to them. And there's one administrator, and that administrator is me, right? And number of members per day is going to show you that. Members per stage. Now this, I have not been able to completely figure out what it means. There is an option here called campaign stages, and you can create new stages. By default, there is one stage, and then maybe I'm assuming, that there is a stage which is, let's say, launch day, for example, right? Or maybe you have another one which is called post-launch. And I'm thinking that's what the purpose is. And then I am guessing that when you create a new message, this is where I couldn't figure it out. That, hey, can I send a message which is whatever, stage 2, stage 3? I don't know what those stages are. I've not been able to figure it out because there's no help as yet. So I hope you got the idea, but there is something about it which they're making. Now, the group has not been created, right? Now it also says import group, but that functionality is not available right now. So I'm guessing if there is an existing group, you could attach to it. That's what I'm guessing the new functionality will be. I have no clue. I don't work for BA, but it would have been fun working for BA because I love making these kind of videos which explain to people the purpose of any tool which I use. So then the last thing which you need to do. So you defined your messages. The last thing you need to do is allow people to join the group. And that's where this thing out here, which is called group link, comes in handy. So here it says, hey, copied the link. Okay. Now I'm going to pause here while I share this group link. Now, as soon as I have shared this link, right, when I've copied this link, what it does is that on my phone, as soon as I've copied the link, it knows that, hey, we're going to go live with this, right? So it's then going to go about creating that group on my phone. Okay. And funnily, this is what I've noticed. It takes a little while for it to create that group. In fact, I noticed, the simplest way I do this is I actually go to my Telegram and I'm going to write this part of the screen, but save messages, and I'm going to just go and paste this link here. As soon as I paste this link, right, I've noticed that whenever I pasted the link, it says, and this is what it's done. It's created a group on my phone. Can you see I know it's a little tiny, but I will add this part. So it's created the group, and it's created a group on my phone, and it's created this group called WALM test 3 #1. And the next part of the video, I'm going to show you what's in that group. Okay, so bear with me while I switch over to the video. So here is the test 3, WALM test 3 #1 group with my custom logo, which has been created. And you can see that there are 2 messages already. So it's 5 o'clock locally for me here, and 5:01 actually. So it first sent me this test message, right? Welcome to the launch of the WLM test 3 group. And if you remember, I chose 2 icons there. So one was this, and the second one was with the glasses, and that's what it's showing out here. And that's the cool part. And the second message which I had was an image of myself, which it's now showing me out here. So these are the 2 things, and there was a third message, but it's going to take, I think, 1 more minute. Let me just check on my desktop when the last message is going to come. The last message was going to come at and that message has actually come. It took I think a minute more, so keep that in your planning. Right. And so I'm just going to record this and say that it's awesome to see the WhatsApp. So you see, right, that's my audio message playing there in that group which I've created. I'm just super excited with this.